everybody. House rules. I'm going to read these off. It's going to be really boring, but you need to know these. Clean up your dishes and put them in the kitchen. There is no loitering in the kitchen. Likewise, stay on the linoleum. If you look down and you're not on linoleum, you're in the wrong place. Please stay out of the freezer. Obey all instructions from James Stumma. He's somewhere around here. I don't know. He's around here. Be excellent to each other. Due to noise level, we're going to close these doors when we get to the main speaker. Again, something bothering you? Do you have an idea? Do you have a talk you would like to propose? You can always reach out to us on the board at admins@secdsm.org. If you have anything you want to talk about related to SecDSM, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you. Additionally, you can reach us on Slack. And again, the code of conduct is at secdsm.org/about. Do you want to help out? We always need speakers. We always need sponsors, and we always need donations. If you're interested in any of those, please see Brandon Murphy directly. Otherwise, if you want to speak, you can see any of us. Or if you want to sponsor, you can see any of us as well. But donations, please talk to Brandon Murphy about that. Transparency report. Space Beer is provided by Pillar Technologies, now part of Accenture Industry X. We thank them very much for their kind offering of what they give us, and we couldn't do it without them. Also, this month's sponsor is Observe IT. I believe we have a representative over here at this table. You should go by and say hello to them and see what they're all about. They help bring this to life every month, and we couldn't do it without our sponsors either. Financial transparency, I'm going to invite Aaron to Kip up to give a financial transparency report.
Thank you. This will be interesting with Brandon's laptop where I can't see the slides. All right, so cash flow between July and August. Food last month was $475. We bought a solid state drive on Super Special for $63.06 to make that thing run a little bit better. We bought some merch, some t-shirts from Teespring for some of our speakers at $82.69. And everyone who is purchasing things through Amazon Smile, sponsoring SecDSM, thank you. We had income of $19.51. So everything balances in the bank. Once again, thanks again to Observe It and our sponsors. They help make this possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Live streaming and recording capabilities probably sponsored by Principal, Dwala, and Business Solver. Those organizations came together and sponsored a new AV rig for us a couple months ago. We could not do our live streaming without their sponsorship. That was a very nice way of endorsing our community or sponsoring our community. We very much appreciate their support. Okay, swag. Swag's changed a little bit. We now use Teespring for swag. If you go to the merch link on the secdsm.org site, you will get redirected to Teespring, and you can pick out one of the nice new colors that we offer. Or if you're like me and prefer black, you can just get the traditional black and look like, a 1337 guy. So, is Tom here? Tom, I'd like to invite you up here to talk about this slide because I feel like it's a really important slide, and you speak about it better than anyone else. So, everyone, please welcome Tom to talk about imposter syndrome.
My name's Tom, and I'm an imposter. Hey, no, so, we added this, I don't know, a few months ago now, but basically, don't be afraid to ask questions here, right? I mean, if imposter syndrome is basically one of these things where, you feel like you're faking it, right, in life. Like, I got these skills and doing some stuff, but I don't think I'm very good. Like people are going to find out. That's me. It really is. And, I like I like hacking on stuff, but I don't, and if I feel that way, I'm guessing other people in this room might feel that way too. And here's the thing. You're not faking it, right? And everyone here is approachable, and we all are learning from each other. And I think that's an important message, that don't be afraid to approach anybody about anything, and don't feel stupid about asking a stupid question, because I love stupid questions. I ask them all the time. But anyway, so just remember, we're all open, and we're all noobs here. You know, we're just one blind guy asking another blind guy where the good food is, right? So that's what we're here for. Thanks.
Thank you, Tom. Slack. For anyone in here who is not in Slack, we offer a SecDSM.org Slack channel. And that's kind of where the community gathers on non-SecDSM nights. So if you are not a part of the Slack channel, I highly encourage you to go and sign up for it. We have like 14 new members since last month. We're up to 440 members in the general channel. And we welcome anybody who has not signed up to please come sign up. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love for you to be involved in our community. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the SecDSM Slack. Upcoming events. So I'm not going to read each one of these off one by one since there's like 10 of them. These are on SecDSM.org. I do want to highlight one, though. I would like to highlight CornCon 4 in Davenport, Iowa, September 7th through 8th. P3 is offering a bus which will depart at 5 a.m. from Valley West Mall in front of Jimmy John's, and will be stopping in Iowa City and Cedar Rapids to pick up other registered attendees. The bus will drive back, and we estimate being back in Des Moines by 5 p.m. That's put together by Parity. Parity, can you raise your hand? Please talk to her if you want more information on that, or want to get registered. SecDSM Conference Scholarship. I'm going to invite Abby up to talk about this. Thank you very much, Abby.
So I'm Abby. I'm the Training and Workshop Coordinator. Am I on? So just a few things. We have a workshop coming up on September 19th. On the SecDSM website, there is a page that you can go on. Please sign up. It'll be a fun time. We are going to be doing this at Grandview College, just right on Southeast 14th. So you are welcome to go on there. The cost is going to be divided amongst the number of attendees and whatever cost it's going to cost SecDSM to put it on. So if we have 200 people and it costs us $100, I can't do math. I'm going to be honest. I think it's like 20 cents, $2, something like that. So the more people that sign up, the cheaper it is for you. Scholarships. Sign up for scholarships. I have had some applicants reach out to me, which is wonderful, through the website, but we need more. Go ahead and sign up. We need a little competition going. If you go on there, there's a link on the SecDSM.org. Oh, SecIC and SecKC is welcome to sign up as well. It's not just limited to SecDSM.
What do they get for a scholarship?
It's a great question. So with the scholarship, you get a badge into the conference. So you are responsible for your transportation, which there's always seems to be rides going to them, so you're welcome to hitch a ride there. You are responsible for your stay and your food while you are there. But plenty of people go to these conferences. You're welcome to team up with somebody, grab a hotel room, fit as many people as you want, make it cheap as you can for you. It's up to you. But what else do you need from me?
Scholarship is in the next slide, I think, is yours as well.
Oh, is it? No one tells me these things. So I already talked about the workshop. After our September one, we will be starting to do this every other month after the first of the year. So we are looking for speakers. If you want to do a presentation, go online and sign up to be a presenter. If you want to attend, go online and sign up to attend. We need trainers. We need speakers. So if you know of anyone that wants to speak, or if you want to personally speak, sign up, reach out. We'd be more than happy to work with you. Is that all I got for slides? Yep, that's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you, Abby. All right, so we have a couple of announcements to make related to DEF CON CTFs. The D20 CTF at DEF CON was won by SecDSM's very own Cody Gartner. Where's Cody? Can you stand up and wave his hands around? We just want to congratulate him on a job well done at DEF CON. So, yeah, that's great. We're really glad we have Cody in our community. Let's see, the other DEF CON CTFs. We took first, captured the packet. We took third. The IoT Village CTF tied for fifth. And the Hack the Planet ICS CTF 26. I'm guessing Reed didn't show up to help you out with that one. Sorry, guys. SecDSM board elections. So we're having board elections in October. If you are interested in signing up, there's a link there. I think I'm going to have Ben come up and talk about the rest of it, though. I give you a little introduction, Ben. Here you go.
Thanks, man. So I'll post it in general in a little bit, but we're looking to have the board grow and change a little bit. So if you want to influence, provide impact to this community and make it grow, then please consider joining the board. Having the board bigger is a good thing. Having the board be diverse is a good thing. We want diverse ideas that'll make us all better. So the link's up there. I'll put it in general, but it's a simple Google form. A couple easy questions. Existing board members will go through this too. Everyone's going to do it. And then based on that, we'll work on elections at an upcoming communication to do this very transparently. So please visit the link. Any interest at all in participating and influencing the community and helping others, we really want you to apply. That's it.
Thank you, Ben, for that wonderful introduction to elections. This month's mini CTF is brought to us by last month's winner. So if you win this month's CTF, you're gonna be asked to provide next month's CTF, and that's really fun for a lot of people. But this month's is brought to us by Cody again. The challenge is Cody's first failed attempt /S. Is that in sarcasm? Yeah, that's right. Apparently, these things just go right over my head. I'm sorry. So the link up there that you see right here, that's Cyrillic. So the pro tip is that link is going to be going out on Twitter shortly. So unless you have a Cyrillic keyboard, you may want to wait for that. Visit the URL above and good luck. It'll be running the entire time this evening runs, and do things, win the prize. Hobbies channel on Slack. I'm going to bring James up here to talk about this as well as do the SecDSM news. Like a wrestler thing? Yeah. Especially for James. No.
Probably not everybody here remembers the Chub Chub News Network from last summer, but I can resurrect that slide if I need to. What happened to the slides? Are they up there? Okay, they're working. They're just not on the laptop. All right, went through and finally picked out some movies for the fall. So we have the awesome remake of The Predator coming out in September. That would be Shane Black, if you don't remember, was actually in the original Predator as the skinny guy with glasses that had the rocket launcher. He's actually a movie director now, and somebody gave him a whole big pile of money to remake Predator, so that's coming out. And then First Man in October, that is the telling of the launch of the landing on the moon. And then Alita Battle Angel looks like a garbage awesome anime-inspired movie that comes out in December. So we'll throw those out there, see if there's any interest. There's a couple other ones coming out that might be fun if anybody feels like anything else looks good. Range Day, I finally followed through on my promise and threw a poll out in the Hobbies channel on Slack. So I didn't want to do it this weekend because none of us have slept since Vegas last week. So this weekend is probably nap time. But I threw a note out there. So go out on the pole if you're interested in the range day. Going to do it at Butch Olafson, which is north of Polk City. It's reopened for about the last year. It's super nice. It's an outdoor range, so anyone interested in there, jump in the Hobbies channel. And then if anybody's got any other fun suggestions and get-togethers, just let me know. All right, we'll jump into the news. First up, you got to love these GIFs, so I'm going to get out of the way so you can actually see them. First story is we've got a lot of honeypots out there, and you're finally getting to the point where cyber deception tools and things like that, companies like Symmetria, who we've had in here before to talk, are doing honeypots and manage honeypots and nested virtual machines for them, that type of thing. But we've actually got, this story is really funny, and if you're interested, go check it out. It's actually a IoT and a little robot that they actually set up with a honeypot in it to look at robotics and how robotics are getting hit if they're the internet, because the best thing to connect to the internet is the 8,000-pound automotive robot that welds frames together. And then this one was a really cool one. It's being called chaff bugs. The whole idea behind this story, and once again, go take a look if you're interested. There's a lot of good, cool detail on it. There's some research being done where they're actually putting chaff, which is, if you don't know, off of an airplane to direct rockets away from it. It's actually about putting code inside that malware authors are using, and the idea of putting it in there so that malware researchers and the good guys are having a hard time figuring out what APIs are being called when you're running auto dissemblers, that type of thing, and what type of ways that they're getting around the actual research into the bad stuff they're doing. And then in the no surprise department, some research came out, I think it was this week, that even if you tell Google that you don't want your location tracking, other apps are using your location tracking information and storing your data. So even if you tell Google that you don't want to be tracked, they're still tracking you. So, you know, pick up one of those NSA business cards like Brandon did, and it works. Oh. And then this is a new malware technique as well. Thought this was really neat. You definitely want to check out the Malware Bytes article for more details. There's actually a new process. So process hollowing is essentially a way malware uses to inject inside a traditional Windows process to hide. There's a new way called process doppelganging that essentially is a more advanced later stage technique of the same behavior. So it's actually, some research is being done, and they're actually starting to find it, even though it's a very advanced technique in some malware. So if you're interested in malware research, that's pretty sweet. And then Windows 10 is actually getting, we all got Kali Linux, and we're all happy we can run Kali and Linux on our Windows 10 machines now, and they're actually supposedly, and this is a feature that they're rolling out, it's supposedly in beta to a select few. Not a lot of information out there yet, but they're going to actually provide, supposedly, a full sandbox execution feature that you can run code in inside Windows 10 without having to go through the wonderful process of trying to set up Cuckoo or some other sandbox like that. That's a super pain in the butt to get going. And then a bonus 6 story. This is an actual tragedy if you have not heard. A gentleman who worked for an airline actually stole a plane and took it up in the air and crashed it. Luckily, he was the only one that was wounded, actually killed in the explosion. He ran it into a rather unpopulated island. But the point I bring this story up is actually a perfect example of insider threat. He was already a airline employee, and he got into the plane. And if you didn't know, unlike your, Ferrari or Bentley or, whatever push button car you have that actually requires a key fob, the $32 million plane he got in has 3 toggle switches to turn it on. So this is another kind of insider threat, and keep an eye out on, insiders as well as outsiders, that type of thing. And that is it for the news. We always like to do job openings, so if anyone out there, as I always offer, and no one takes me up on it, but anyone that is looking for a job, wants to come up and put themselves out there, we can all, do a live interview for you. There's 75 or 80 of your closest friends in the room. Otherwise, if anyone is actually hiring, which is usually a more popular subject, please come on up and jump on the mic and give us your name, what you're hiring for, and if it's a senior level or more past intermediate or senior, please give us some type of description of the job and years of experience you're looking for. Anyone? You're first.
Hi, my name is Parody Boatwright, and I'm with P3. And I am looking for someone. I just got this rec when I was on my way here to this meeting. A security consultant. It would require traveling throughout the state of Iowa. There's a couple words that I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm sure you know it. It's required to have tripwire and Snort. And clearly, it would be a plus to have SQL, PowerShell scripting. And there would be a lot of interfacing with clients. I'm also noticing on the project side that there's a need for project managers with PAM, privileged access management. And there's also a new technology, again, I'm not familiar with it, but called CyberArk. And it's really in high demand right now in both healthcare and financials. So if you're interested in talking more and discussing those roles, I have the full description.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Hey, everybody. Is that on? Yeah. Brad from Principal. I work in the Security Operations Center there. We're looking for a janitor to come help clean. Nah, just kidding. That's my job, actually. So we have a... Yeah, it's hard. So we have an opening for a senior level cybersecurity analyst focused on our fraud operations. So thank you. Mainly SOC focused, traditional SOC focused. We want 6 to 8 years experience if you have it, but really looking for our online channel. So if you want to talk details, hit me up.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Doesn't look like it. All right. That's it for me. Back to Nick to wrap things up.
Thank you, James. Tonight's agenda. Right now, you're listening to the SecDSM 101/SecDSM News. At 6:30, we have Brandon Murphy, a discussion, phishing investigation maturity model. At 7:10, then, we have Andy Robbins and, I'm going to say this name wrong, but Rohan Vazakar. I'm sorry I slaughtered that. They're going to be talking about Bloodhound, subtitled, He Attack, but He Also Protect. 8:30, the tap is closed, no more beer. 9 o'clock, CTF winners, and leave. 9:01, we all meet at Gas Lamp. You must be out of here by 9, just a heads up. A look towards the future. We have Benjamin Holland, recent trends in program analysis for bug hunting and exploitation. And 7 o'clock, your name could be up here. You could be presenting at 7 o'clock next month. So if you're interested in that, come talk to one of us. Also, who's here for the first time tonight? Please go pick up a sticker, a SecDSM sticker. We want to reward you and encourage you to come back. So thank you for joining us tonight. With that, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to go into Brandon Murphy's talk. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, one more thing. We have Tool here tonight. That's the lock pickers, and they're going to be in this room over here. So if you have interest in learning how to pick locks, please go join the lock sport guys so that they have some people going over there. All right, that's all I have. Short break, and then we'll get into Brandon Murphy's talk. Thank